Welcome to the 229th meeting of Vadodara Toastmasters Club. Today, as we begin the hybrid meeting, I would like let us take a moment and praise the Toastmasters community to give us this opportunity and stage to present ourselves in front of everyone. So I will share one of the most amazing things which I found in Toastmasters. The thing is, it is safe to failure. Whenever you come on stage, you can experiment anything, you can do anything you want. No one will judge you. You will get always a supporting environment. You will be motivated to do more, encouraged to participate more. Any members would like to share anything which they like about Toastmasters in one or two sentences?
Yes. Because I joined this Toastmaster and it enhanced my health, it made me happy, and I am living a very happy and peaceful life with this Toastmaster.
Glad to know that. Now it's time for guest introduction. Apologies for starting a bit late for setting up the meeting room and things online for hybrid meeting. So for guest, sir, can you please come on the stage and introduce yourself? Let us know, how did you came to know about Vadodara Toastmasters or Toastmasters in general, and share your thoughts.
Thank you, everyone. I actually know about Toastmasters because I have been a Toastmaster in the past. I moved to Vadodara in August last year, and I was a part of Ahmedabad Toastmasters Club and Gatinnagar Toastmasters Club before that. So I thought I might as well start my journey again if we can go offline. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Your name?
My name is Varun Bhargav.
Glad to have you, Varun. Now, sir, can you please come on the stage and introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashish Sangir, and so right now I'm working with American Express as a financial analyst in Gurgaon. So how I came to know about Toastmasters is during the virtual environment. One of my former colleagues told me about Toastmasters. So I was part of Toastmasters Club for a few months, but I haven't got a chance to become an active member and participate in all the meetings. And right now I got to know about Vadodara Toastmaster Club, and during this hybrid session, I thought I should go there and enhance my speaking skills. So right now I'm here, and it's wonderful to be here and see you, all of you, and looking forward to an amazing time. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have online guests. Guest Bhavesh, can you please turn on your audio and video and introduce yourself? And let us know, how did you know about Vadodara Toastmasters Club?
Yeah. Actually, I have been referred by my friend Toastmaster Viral about this event, and I have attended one meeting also and interacted with Krati also about the registration. But I am planning to come down to for registration today, and this is my second meeting which I am going to attend. And congratulations for the hybrid meeting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dhruv Patel, can you please turn on your video and audio and let us know about yourself and how did you came to know about Vadodara Toastmasters Club?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dhruv. I came to know about Toastmasters via online search. I have visited Toastmasters twice, way back before 4 years. But now I wish to join the club.
Okay.
Was it audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, thank you.
You are at the right place, Dhruv. Stay tuned till the end. We will need your feedback as well.
Sure, thank you.
So before starting the meeting, I would like to inform 3 changes in the agenda. First, the table topic master for today's meeting will be Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar instead of Toastmaster Krunal. I will be the acting president. and the general evaluator has not joined. So Toastmaster Sanchita will be the general evaluator for today's meeting. Now it's time to hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day. Please help me welcome with a round hand of applause to Toastmaster Geetanjali. Toastmaster Geetanjali is one of the most passionate Toastmasters of our club. She took up the challenge of becoming a team out of today for today's meeting just within a day. So a lot of praise to her.
Thanks, presiding officer. Namaskar and very good morning to each one. I am Toastmaster of the team. Present here with my team, Power of Praise. The sweetest of all sound is praise. It is the greatest truth of life. Praise is the expression of approval and admiration. When we praise someone, it means we are acknowledging his or her work. Our words of praise enhances the inner confidence and talent of that person. It also creates passion and love in that person to do their work more honestly and diligently. There is no verbal vitamin more potent than praise. In this contest, I would like to present the story of Sir Albert Einstein. When Einstein was very young, school, he was very weak in his studies. One day, he brought one note from school and gave that to his mother. That note was sent to his mother by school authorities. After reading that note, his mother started crying. When Einstein inquired about that, she simply told him that he was very smart and intelligent. Thus, his teachers could no longer teach him. After this, Einstein's mother started teaching him by herself. At a very later stage, he found that note from his mother's suitcase. When he read that note, he also started crying because in that note, it was mentioned that he was expelled from school due to his weak performance. But because of his mother's praising and encouraging word, has changed his life and became one of the greatest geniuses of the world. This story proves that praise has the power to create magic in the life of humanity. Now, let us move towards our much-awaited scheduled meeting. To run this meeting very smoothly, I have a team of trio known as tag team, consisting of timer, counter, and grammar. They are the three unsung heroes of any Toastmasters meeting. Their strong vigilance on time factor, language, and grammar aspects makes the meeting successful and gives complete meaning to any meeting. Today Toastmaster Tarun will play the role of Tiber, a very pleasing and handsome member of our club. Dear audience, please welcome him on the stage warmly to explain his role objectives. TM Tarun, please come forward to explain your role objectives.
Thank you, Toastmasters Geetanjali. Greetings to all fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests present. Today I will be playing the role of timer. As a timer, I will be timing the prepared speeches, the also the evaluator, and also the table topic speakers. During the speeches, I will alert all the speakers about the timings at different levels. Like if we think about the prepared speeches, there will be 5 to 7 minutes for each of the prepared speakers. At 5 minutes, I will raise a green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise a yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise a red card. After the red card, I think the prepared speakers will have 30 seconds of time to conclude their speech. In between, if the speakers completes the speech before the time of 5 minutes, he may not be counted for evaluation. And also above 7.3 minutes, he will not be counted for evaluation. For evaluators, there will be time of 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the table topic speakers, there's a time allotted for is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. So thank you for that, and all the best to all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Keshav, a very humble member of our club, will play the role of our counter. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands to welcome him on the stage. Toastmaster Keshav.
Good morning, everyone. Today I will be playing a role of a counter. So, purpose of a counter is to note words and sounds that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times the speaker has said. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keshav. Third member of my CAP team is Toastmaster Pooja Agrawal, ever smiling personality of our club. She will play the role of grammarian. Of course, she will join meeting with online mode. Toastmaster Pooja, please come forward on the virtual stage to explain your role objective. Also give information about word of the day and phrase of the day. Please welcome her warm-heartedly. Toastmaster Pooja, be on the virtual stage.
Yes. Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? I am playing the role of grammarian. Okay, and it is my responsibility to pay a close attention to all the speakers by listening them carefully their language usage. I will take a note of any misuse of English as well as outstanding usages, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. The word of the day is fearless, meaning a person who believes things easily. usage. Middle-aged people often get deceived. Phrase of the getting some fluctuations in network. Phrase of the day is bold, meaning honest and frank. And you are encouraged to use the word at the end of meeting. I will be handing over my report. Thank you, and over to you, TMOD, Madam Gitanjali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. Dear audience, today's word of the day and the phrase of the day is about honest meeting and frank. As per the given agenda, today's meeting has been divided into 3 segments. First segment consists of prepared speeches and that will be conducted by me. Second segment consists of table topic session and that part will be conducted by Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar. Third and last segment consists of evaluation session and Toastmaster Sanchita will play the role of general evaluator. Welcome back to my team. Praise activates the reward circuit in the receiver's brain, heightening their focus and motivation. When we praise someone, that person experiences a good feeling in the resultant surge of dopamine. Now it is time to enjoy the speeches of 3 excellent speakers of our. In this journey, my first speaker is Toastmaster Kalpesh, a very calm and composed person. Before presenting him on the stage, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal, who will explain everything from online mode to present his speech objective. Toastmaster Vishal, be on the virtual stage and explain TM Kalpesh speech objectives. Toastmaster Vishal.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. I hope I'm audible for everyone. Yeah, so today Toastmaster Kalpesh is going to deliver level 2 speech 1, understanding your communication style. His pathway is presentation mastery, and the objective of his speech is, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech for the member to share the impact of his style on others. So all the best, Toastmaster Kalpesh, for your speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Dear audience, please welcome Toastmaster Kalpesh on the stage with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Kalpesh, be on the stage. Toastmaster Kalpesh, my communication style. My communication style, Toastmaster Kalpesh. All the best at present year. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Timer, you can start. The motivation speaker, Simon Sinek, said that leadership is the way of thinking, leadership is the way of acting, and leadership is the most importantly is the way of communicating. So if you want to become a good leader, you must have a good communication. And if you want to have a good communication, you need to know different styles of communication. Esteemed guest, today I am going to describe 4 different styles of the communication style. And I will briefly mention my communication style. Before starting that, I would like to ask some questions. First questions, how many of you went for honeymoon? From online?
Before or after?
I think we don't have one hand. I think all the married person must went for honeymoon. So another question for those people is, did you struggle to find a person to whom you can give your camera or a mobile phone to click the couple photo? Yes, I know that everyone has struggled to find the person. So let's take this as an example to understand different style of communication. Okay. In Toastmaster International, there are 4 styles of communication. First is the direct communication. Second is the initiating communication. Third is the supportive communication. And fourth is the analytical communication. Let's go one by one. The first one is the direct communication. So the person who is having direct communication style is result oriented, he's focused, he's competitive, he's motivated to things done, he's quick and decisive, he's independent and confident. However, they are impatient, they are demanding, and they get to the point very quickly. Now let's see how this person will react on the situation of asking a person to click the couple photo. He is so confident that he can approach to any strangers and directly state his need. So like this. Can you please click our couple photo? You can click by just pressing this button. And you can adjust this much length so that the behind waterfall can also be in the frame. So this is the direct communication style. The second style is a initiating communication style. The person with initiating communication style is social, enthusiastic, persuasive, communicate easily with others, spontaneous and fun-loving person. He value interaction with others, value the relationship as well. However, this person talks more than he listens. Now let's see how this person behaves on a situation. The person to the stranger. Hi, what's your name? My name is Jnaneshwar. Oh, Jnaneshwar, you must be from Maharashtra. It is some Jnaneshwar's name. Yes, absolutely. From which place you are? I am from Akola. I have many friends in Akola. It seems you both are on honeymoon, isn't it? Yes. Hi, Babiji, how are you? Don't you think it is very difficult to click a couple photo when someone is on a honeymoon? Yes, I do. Can we help each other to click one other couple photo? Sure. This is the initiating communication style. You can see how interacting the person is and how easily he makes the friend. The third style is a supportive communication style. A supportive communication style, the person is a patient, cooperative, sympathetic, and they are very good listener. Anticipate the need of other. They're calm and steady. However, they don't like any changes. Okay, and they prefer the comfort personal environment. Now, such person try to avoid the situation by simply asking his wife to deal with the stranger to click the couple photo. Or he can scan the complete area and find a person who is just calm and steady, just like him, so that he can communicate very comfortably with him. After that, he will approach to that person and ask politely that, hi, I hope I am not disturbing you. Can you please take my couple photo? It will not take much of your time. So this is a supportive style of communication. The last style of communication is an analytical style of communication. The person with analytical communication styles are cautious, precise, they are good problem solver, careful, diplomatic in their relationship and interactions. However, they are considered as the perfectionist and the disciplined one. Okay. The person of this communication style anticipate the problem in the beginning itself, and they might carry with them a tripod stand or a selfie stick so that whenever such problem will come, they can click the photo. If it is not possible, then they can scan the complete area and find a person which is very carefully, because they have a fear that that person might run away with the camera or the mobile. After selecting such a person, he approached to him and asked like that, "Hi, actually, I forgot my selfie stick, I forgot my tripod stand. Is it possible for you to take my couple photo? It is only one. Thank you." So this is the analytical style of communication. What is the best communication style out of these four for this particular example? From online? I think it is mostly an initiative. When I retrospect my personal experience on the similar situation on my honeymoon, I realized that I use a combination of two styles, that is a supportive and an initiating style. I prefer to ask a person who is Gujarati speaking so that I can comfortably communicate with that. That indicate my supporting style. After that, I interact with that, make him a friend, and we both agree to click a couple photo. So this way I communicate in my personal experience. In short, there is nothing like good or bad communication style. It is the situation which we prefer one communication style over other. With this, I would like to hand over the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
It is really wonderful to listening you. Now, I am presenting my second speaker. My second speaker is Toastmaster Mansoor, a very jovial and bright person. Before presenting him, I would like to invite his evaluator. Can you think who will evaluate Toastmaster Mansoor? Any guesses? Thank you. Yes, very correct. It is none other than me. Good morning to each one of you. Toastmaster Mansoor, today you are my target speaker. Today you will present your Label 1 Project to Speech from Evaluation and Feedback Project. It would be your second speech of the same project. The main purpose of the speech is for you to present well-organized speech on any topic and to apply those feedbacks in your speech which you have received from in your previous speech of the same project. Your chosen path is engaging humor. Timer, please note, his allotted timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech title, the Matchbox. All the best, Toastmaster Mansoor. Thank you. And over to Toastmaster of the day. Thanks, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Dear ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toastmaster Mansoor with a loud round of applause. Please be on the stage, Toastmaster Mansoor. Toastmaster Mansoor, the matchbox, Toastmaster Mansoor. Rock the show.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Can I begin?
Yes.
Do you all remember the transition from school to college? No need to wear uniform, no need to carry that huge bags that were heavier than you were, no need to travel in a school bus, no need to attend all the lectures scheduled that day. Simply freedom, go everywhere, go anywhere, do whatever. But really, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear friends. Let me take you to the time when I had started my journey of junior college. Along with my two friends, Rohit and Vinay, I was preparing for engineering entrance exam. Most of the day was spent sitting on a wooden bench, not of a cafe or neither of a cafe nor a restaurant, but of classroom, either in college or classes. The determination to score good grades didn't let us skip any lecture. The illusion, it was just an illusion of freedom that was burning. And to add fuel to that, our classes had started keeping extra lectures for our on holidays. I remember one of those lectures very vividly. There was one troublesome chapter in chemistry named biomolecules. That chapter had caused more headaches than the current lemon prices. So, to teach that chapter, our class arranged one lecture by a prominent faculty of chemistry during our time, Professor Rajesh. Professor Rajesh was 6'3" around tall. He was very strict looking personality, wearing blue formals, having bold voice. He entered the class. The class was completely filled. Everyone seemed excited to attend his lecture. We were sitting around somewhere in the left corner. He had a unique style of teaching. 1/3 of the time he spent on decorating the board, writing all the topics and concepts, diagrams, everything neatly with colored chalks. And rest 2/3 time he used to explain those topics. So once he completed the writing, he started explaining in very lucid terms with funny examples. Everyone seemed enjoying. Once it was completed, all the topics were explained. He erased everything and started writing again. By this time, we knew it will take a lot of time to completely fill the board again. So we started talking among ourselves. We were three people on a bench, Vinay, I, and Rohit. So I observed Vinay's stationery pouch was looking bigger than usual. My curious hands picked up the pouch and I saw he was carrying a matchbox. I'm carrying it. Yeah. So while I was asking Vinay why he was carrying a matchbox, my friend Rohit, he was the most notorious among three of us. He snatched the matchbox from my hand and started teasing Vinay to show us the pack of cigarettes as well he might be carrying with him. So while Vinay was explaining the reason he was carrying a matchbox and convincing us to not so no one else sees, Rohit had taken another leap. Rohit took one matchstick, scratched on the rough surface, and showed us the ignited flame. Now, while sitting in a chemistry lecture, Rohit forgot a basic phenomenon of chemical reaction. When heat, oxygen, and fuel are mixed, we get fire. Agreed, but it leaves a strong smell behind. It took around 5 to 10 seconds for Rohit to realize about this phenomena. Till that point, the smell of the burning matchstick had spread across the room. As the smell moved forward, the heads turned backwards towards us. Till the point it reached Professor Rajesh's nose. He had just almost finished the writing all the diagrams and concepts neatly on the board. Infuriated, he asked, "Who did this?" Everyone frightened, kept quiet. No one uttered a single word. Now, Professor Rajesh was moving here and there to check from where the smell was coming. but he was unable to find the culprit because the smell was spread across the room. He gave us the warning to whole class. Tell me who did this, or I will cancel the lecture. And no one speak again. Complete silence. Angrily, he took the duster and started erasing everything he had wrote diligently. It took him around 20 minutes to complete the writing part. And while erasing the board, he announced, "This is my last lecture in the class. I will make sure I will not take any further lectures in your class." This statement scared everyone. We were all scared because he was one of the best faculty to teach chemistry after all. So, looking at this situation, Rohit decided to surrender. He raised his hand to confess, "Sir, I did it." But again, this time he missed the timing. By that time, the professor had already erased almost everything. He angrily looked at him with a face of, why didn't you tell me just when I was about to erase everything? "Get out," he said. And Rohit moved out, followed by Vinay and I were also called out. The lecture continued, but we were finished to stay out of the class for the whole lecture. And while we were laughing out loud, unable to control our laughter and condemning the matchbox. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thanks, Toastmaster Mansoor. What a wonderful speech you have presented in front of us. Now it is the time to present my third speaker. She is none other than Toastmaster Krati, one of the smart and intelligent speaker of our club. Before presenting her on the stage, I would like to call PM Sanchita to highlight her speech objective. Please be on the stage, Toastmaster Sanchita.
Good morning, everybody. My target speaker, Toastmaster Krati, is going to do a project from the Pathways Innovative Planning. This is her level 1 project too. The purpose of this speech is for the member to give a speech, receive feedback, and give another speech implementing those feedbacks. That is to display how to implement feedbacks received from one speech and apply them into another. The title of the speech is The Proper Approach. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Krati. Over to you, TM.
Dear audience, please welcome Toastmaster Krati very warm-heartedly. Toastmaster Krati, be on the stage. Toastmaster Krati, the proper approach, Toastmaster Krati. The stage is yours. Rock the beat.
Thank you so much, TMOD. Timer, you can start. So I welcome you all in the first hybrid meet after so long time, which was planned, and now finally it's happened. The way this meet was planned, simply, we also plan things in our life before start working on it and before achieving it. I also do the same. But what happens when your plans, which took hours of your energy and your important time to find a proper approach and then planning and to start work on it, that failed. You messed with your schedule and now your targets are overdue. Today, I'm not going to talk about any giant-sized company whose marketing strategies are failed or someone's planning is failed. Rather, I'll just share my small experience. So what happens? I'm a CAT aspirant. It is almost 2 years of me preparing for CAT. Now, what happens is it is a hectic schedule to, sink into a CAT schedule. Then, along with you have to work on your college, then Toastmaster, then other extracurriculars and family. it becomes very, very hard for me to sink into the same because I was enrolled at the time of COVID. So many things were going along, and I have to study for these much things and enroll myself in other extracurriculars as well. It was becoming really hard for me to sink into it. It took me 1.5 years to understand how things will go and how I'll be managing the same. So, what was my schedule? So, let me tell you the same. My schedule was like a school schedule kind of. Like, I decided that I'll wake up at 7, I'll get ready by 8, I'll have breakfast at 8:30, then my college, then I'll have lunch at 2, then this and that, and the day ends at 11 or 11:30. Okay, I said I'll start working on it. It was 1 week, 2 weeks, 2.5, and things were messing up. None of the things were on place because whenever I tried to put things as my schedule, something came in between. My mother assigns me a task, my father wants me to help him on the shop, or any guest may come. I procrastinate, I woke up late, and things will go delayed, and targets were not achieving. So I thought, okay, first approach failed now. Next approach. I kept some buffers in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so that if something came in between, I will balance. But again, the things were not according to my buffer. For example, any guest may come, they won't think like, oh, Prati had kept 30 minutes of buffer, we'll sit only for 30 minutes. At the very 31st minute, we'll leave. No, rather they will sit for 2 more hours. Oh my God, my schedule is again messing up. Targets are not waiting, and this time again the schedule was zero. I tried many approaches. The structure was kind of same, but adding few things, deletions, and then similar kind of approach. But again, things were not in the place, and I was not happy. Then this was a very crucial time. I decided that no CAT isn't for me. I'll be quitting it because I'm not having a proper approach, and sinking in the schedule is becoming really hard. I talked to my mentors at my coaching, few of my friends as well. So I got to know that I'm not the only one. There are people who are facing same thing. Was happy, but still the thing was very hard. Then I got to know from my mentor that the problem is in the approach. It is not proper because planning is the very basic thing, and a proper approach is really very important. If you're not having these two things proper, the process won't go in a smooth way and targets won't be achieved. So this time, as per the advice and as per the above board of my mentors, I had a flexible approach. So this time I had a daily, weekly, and a monthly targets. For example, in a 24-hour day, I have to study for 6 hours. So those 6 hours can be first 6, last 6, or in part 2 hours. I'm having a flexible approach that I'll be studying for 6 hours. Those can be any 6 hours of the day. Same approach for week and month as well. And if something came in between, any guest, any work or anything, I will be having a proper buffer and things will be balanced out. I started working on it. Slowly, gradually, things were taking place. I was happy that, okay, now that thing is coming to the place. I am mating with my goals. I'm happy with the things. And this time I was confident that no, I shouldn't quit like this. I should have worked hard and I should have analyzed my approach first. This time I was happy. Then I analyzed that the major problem with me was setting first of all, setting over or higher goals, which is above my potential. So my major mistake was setting the goals higher than what I can achieve. This was a really very bad thing. Second, my approach wasn't good. It wasn't flexible. It was a static approach, which wasn't letting me do what I want to do. I was planning every step, which isn't a realistic thing. You can plan your every step. There might be some stone or anything, and that is not realistic, not being practical. Third, you have to be flexible because things may come in between and you have to balance. a proper approach which suits you, your schedule, and your outside world is really very important. I got to know, okay, these were my major mistakes, and now I am helping these with these solutions. I was happy. And today I'm still sticking to the schedule and I'm still having things in my place. Yeah, there are times still my targets are overdue or sometimes not achievable, but I still work on my mistake, I analyze deep, and then I found a proper solution. These things, this method does not help me, you, but everybody, not only Toastmasters and CAT or any extracurricular, but every responsibility I or you take in your future endeavors. Because being flexible is what we are having today, like a hybrid meet, like a work from home plus in office working, which is the requirement of today's era. And being flexible with a proper approach is what we require. Thank you, no, you, team.
Excellent speech presented by you, Toastmaster Krati. Thank you so much. With this beautiful speech, we have come to an end of this segment. Now, it's a time for us to select the best speaker. See, here you all have this agenda paper. Okay, you have this paper. Just write best speaker. It is written best speaker in that. Just write best speaker on the top and then you mention the name of Yeah, here are the names of those three speakers: TM Kalpesh, TM Mansoor, and TM Krati. For online people, this poll has been already launched, so online, those who are joining from online, they can use that. Ek minute. Wait for a while, please. Sorry. Now it's the time for Toastmaster Tarun to present his timing report. Please, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Kalpesh took 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Toastmaster Mansoor took 7 minutes and 7 seconds. So all the three have called.
All the three speakers are qualified for polling. And they all have done very wonderful, presented very wonderful speech. I have never thought it that after such a long gap, if they would be able to give such a wonderful speech, but they have made me wrong. They made me wrong in my decision. Welcome back to my team. Being praised makes recipients feel good about themselves. Praise provides the kind of positive experience that can increase the morale and motivate the people with whom we are surrounded. With this, we have come to an end of this segment. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar to conduct the next segment, that is table topic set. Welcome, please welcome Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar with a loud round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Modi, Gitanjali. Good morning, all. Good morning, all offline, online Toastmasters. And today I will have some. I will be playing the role of Toastmaster, table topic master. So, in according to our theme, that is the power of praise. It's nothing but the motivating someone. But we are not motivating someone who is starting from the zero, but who has already started. So, those are some motivational speeches. We need some motivational speeches and some other things. We can just motivate us. Some books are also. So, in current social media, so we can find this motivational speeches, images, and so many thoughts. It is completely filled. Just open Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever it is. Surprisingly, you will find that some people who are posting, they are not they don't have anything to do with that. They are far away from those thoughts and actions. But in our vicinity, some people who are really doing very great job, and we like to admire them. So in our today's step, I will have such a question related to that. So maybe you will have some people you might have very close to you, and they are doing very excellent, great job. You want to praise them. So this is my first question: to whom you want to praise? And the question is for Toastmaster Tarun. Tarun. Someone you really admire and you want to praise him.
Good morning, all. So there are many people whom I would like to praise or admire, but the person with whom I interact more, of course, other than my wife, is a friend of mine, which we have been together since we were in college. We were in the same college, we were roommates. Then we moved together to Baroda. He started his own business. I joined MNC, and then after some years, maybe like 5 years back, we again came to know each other, and then we now maybe do morning walks together, do runs together, and then also have started recently doing other sports activity. So why I admire him? Like, he is coming from a very small town, studied in a Gujarati medium, and then now he has a business of turnover more than 100 plus crore. So we started the journey together. I started with a 2,000 per month of salary, and he also started with a 2,000 month of salary. But then how he approached, how he put his intelligence into place, and the way he is living his life, he has also inspired me to live a life after some time. We have to give priorities other than money to health and other things. So that is how he has inspired me recently. So the person whom I would not speak his name out, but he still inspires me a lot. He's my friend from college. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. Great example. So some problem is there. I need to relaunch the poll for the best speaker. So please do it. Online people only. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. So we will have some people who are really doing great job, admiring us. But not necessarily they should be very great people or some teachers and other things. There are some of them are very close to us. That means that are our friends. So everyone will have some friend, and at least one or two friends. Those are having very great qualities. So I will give this chance to Kathy to explain your friend. You want to admire him and with his good qualities.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for giving me the topic. So yeah, since the childhood, I have many friends. Yeah, my FI had problem with some friends, but yeah, I had a diversified friend circle. So people having different skill sets. Some are very good at leadership, some are very good at communication, some are really very friendly, some are hard to communicate. So there were people with different skill sets, and I learned from all of them. Not from one people any one thing, but I learned the things which I admire the most and I like the most in them, that I'm a friendly person. So if someone is friendly to me, so I took his or her approach, that how he is friendly and how he initiates a good conversation. If someone is good, like one of my friend is really good at leadership thing, and we had it in the school committee. So I took his help, that how you lead, what is your approach, and how you make the work done. I need your assistance. So I took this thing from his. Then one of my friend were very good at the strictness we want, like the discipline things to make people do work. So this is another kind of leadership, so which was lacking in me. So I asked her that, please could you help me how you do this, and because I will be working sometimes in offices and in corporate world and in different different leadership styles. So could you help me with this? So this is how I learned different skill set with my different friends. Thank you so much, and over to you, Table Topic.
Thank you, Karati. So we have friend circle. We have many people who are just inspiring us. So their work also inspire us and want to do that. So my next question is for Toastmaster Rupali. So what is your dream job you want to do? Rupali, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Dhanitari. Actually, I'm traveling, so
Okay. Okay, I think she is having some issues there. So we can have the same question to Nikhil. Toastmaster Nikhil. Sorry. Yeah. Can you come to the stage? My question is, what is your dream job?
Thank you. This is such a wonderful question, and it's always good to perform a job which is aligned with our dream, which is aligned with our intention, and that's how we'll get the success, or that's how we'll achieve our
Perfect speech you explain on the example. I think.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for asking the question. I always having a dream to create something which really solve the problem. Currently, I'm almost in IT business over there. So far, I come across so many such issues over there. I always try to figure out, and I always try to use my skills and experience and my knowledge to resolve that. And the other part will be always a byproduct. Promotion or whatever things, but I always feel satisfaction or the feel of the feel of the success or the satisfaction whenever I try to solve some sort of the question. That is what my job, and I'm glad that I'm in that profession, and I could bring that to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil. So some of our friends, they really want to have some dream job, and they might have come to you and just asking, okay, how to change the job. So my question is to Toastmaster Vishal, what 2 suggestions you will give to your friend to have the another career change option?
Can you repeat again, please?
The 2 choices or 2 suggestions you will give to your friend for the career change.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, timer, you can start the timing. So I think in specifically in India, we all people are too much, they're cautious about the careers and all. So sometimes, even everything is going in a smooth, even too much we are thinking and mess of our career. So first of all, I would like to tell my friend that don't think too much about your careers. So if you if you do not have that much of stress, then don't think too much. And second thing that I would like to tell, even though if he feels yes, I need to do something in my life apart from what I'm doing, so I would tell him that you do whatever you like, not that what other people are thinking and all. So if he could take these 2 takeaways, then I think he could able to enjoy his career in these 2 ways. First, whatever he's doing, don't think too much. And the second one is, if he's not, even though he's tired or whatever he's doing, then he need to think that what exactly he would like, and based on that he need to move forward for his career. So these are the 2 main points that I would like to discuss with my friend if he would like to change his career. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Vishal. So now we will have a lot of motivation, lot of things we have to do, so many things, but we just want to get relaxed also. So we will have our some lazy days also. So my question is to our guest, Ashwita. So how you will spend your lazy day? Please come on.
Good morning. How to spend a day? I like to spend a day in the morning. It's listening to Art of Living songs, and after that, I want to do some meditations and kriya, and spend the time with family and making a breakfast and lunch, and I like to spend with my child. I want to spend time with my child. With Thank you.
Thank you. That's the quality of woman. So in their lazy day also they will spend time for the family only. But it's a bit different for the guys. So we will, what we will do, we will either will go for some movies. So my next question is to our guest Deepak. The scariest movie you have seen in your lazy day, you just explain us. Can you come to the stage? The question is the scariest movie you have seen.
Scariest movie I have seen on my lazy day.
Lazy day.
Okay, till date. Okay, I think the scariest movie which I have seen till date is okay, yeah.
Just any about any other movie also.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I would say I will talk about then my favorite movie. That will be okay, right? My favorite movie is Sholay. So I think it is one of my sorry. It will be the favorite movie for any person who belongs to my generation. And the movie Sholay, be it if you talk about the acting, the direction, the sound effect, the music, the story, the narration, everything is absolutely fantastic. And it was actually, I would say, beyond the time or the era in which it was released, right? And it is a very simple story. Two friends, and they are challenged by some, I would say, difficult situation. There is a one person who is bounded by his limitation, and there is a, I would say, extraordinary or larger than life, the villain. So the best part of that movie, that the villain overpowers everyone in the movie, right? And if there is a yeah, sorry, can I continue, because there was a red flag? So yeah, okay. So the best part was that the villain overpowers everyone, and he plays his role, or he plays his role, that nuisance factor of that villain is fantastic. Every scene of that movie whenever the villain appears on the screen, you just scared. That means when I saw that movie very first time, I think I was about somewhere around 12 years or 12 years or 13 years. And still I remember that who is this guy? Because I was like any Indian child that who likes to see that at the end of the movie, everything is good. Hero wins, villain dies, and hero heroine meets. No one dies from the hero's family or hero's friends. But when I saw that the one of the friend dies, so I was like crying. I thought, why some people make such a movie where one has to die? Why can't everyone live? It was good versus evil, and I was thinking, no, that villain was very. That means that villain has to die at the end, but he survives, and one of the friend has to die. He has to sacrifice. So that was the impact I had on my mind. But then when I started doing and when I started watching all of the movies, I would say, as of now, I have seen movies in almost every language in the world. Of course, thanks to the subtitles which are available. But now I feel that still the Sholay is the, I would say, the biggest movie which has impact on my mind. So that's why I'm talking to you and I'm sharing my experience of Sholay with you all. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you, Deepak. As you said, the movie was of the different generation. So definitely we are from different generation, and there is some young generation also. So they will not have the plan like just watching movies and other. So my next question is to Toastmaster Varun. Okay, yes, Varun. So what you will do on your lazy day, like jogging, cycling, swimming, and why?
Thank you. So generally, I don't get to have any lazy days because for 5 days a week I have to work, and for the rest of the 2 days I have to recover. So being free on Saturdays and Sundays is not actually being free. It's actually recovering from the entire week's work and handling things at home. But yes, when I do get some time to spend for myself, I think one activity which I enjoy thoroughly is reading. So I think that's a good. At the same time, you also get to spend time with yourself and think for yourself. Because more often than not, when you are in a community, when you're in an environment, you are mostly not only thinking for yourself, but taking information and forming an opinion. But when you are reading a book or when you are doing an activity like going through an article, you have the capability of forming an idea for yourself, and that stays with you. You don't have to worry about who will judge it or whether it is the right thing to think about or not. Apart from that, I frequently go out for runs. The weather has been these days for us that we have not been able to venture out during the afternoon. So it is usually in the mornings and the evenings when I can do that. But to be very honest, being lazy as a child was extremely helpful. Being lazy as an adult feels like you should be doing something all the time. You should be invested in something. So I genuinely think that if we could be a bit more curious, if we could be a bit more peeping into things, we might find that lazy time, we might find that happiness again, and we would be able to do a lot more than get out of a mundane lifestyle. So that's all from my side. Over to you.
Thank you. So this activity we usually do when we are alone. But most of us, we are surrounded with our friends, and they don't want us to keep lazy at our home. So my next question is to Ashish. So my question is, your friends ask you for the picnic. So what will be your best picnic spot and what food you would like to have there?
So thanks TMOD for this wonderful question. So there are a couple of picnic spots that we must like, and we must have visited our favorite spots. So one of the favorite spots that I could recognize or recall currently is Goa. So I recently visited Goa, and that's a wonderful place to be there to chill out with friends. And like you can go on around the beach. So the one of the best things that I like about Goa is when you wander around and having that night walk on the beach is one of the wonderful things I've done. And apart from this, chilling out with friends. So and there are a couple of adventurous activities that you could do, like bungee jumping, scuba diving. So that's one of my favorite spots, and I would definitely go with friends whenever I get a chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. So as per time, we have one more question. So I will like to ask one more question that to our guest Khan. Is here? Okay. Please come to the stage. Huh? Okay. Sorry, Toastmaster Khan. Yeah. Okay. So I believe that some people are highly motivated, and for them there is no lazy day. So how you will start your day? Tell me any three things you start daily. How you start your day? Three things. We will have three things. Usually we will have, okay, we will go for jogging definitely. Whatever it is, Sunday, Monday, whatever. So like that, any three things you can explain.
I woke up at 4 a.m. I don't know date or anything but study. So I first woke up 4 a.m. and I started reading books. Every day I read 10 pages. I read books, then go for study, and I work out.
Anything you're doing daily?
That's all. No, I don't get it.
Thank you. I will hand over my stage to Toastmaster Gitanjali. Thank you.
Well done, very well done, Toastmaster Ganeshwar. With a very short notice, you have conducted a very wonderful session. Now we have reached at the end of our meeting. So this session, it is evaluation segment, and this segment will be conducted by Toastmaster Sanjeev. Please be on the stage.
Thank you, TM Modi. Can we get the timer report for the table topics?
Oh, sorry. So we had 9 speakers for table topic. Tarun, Krati, Nikhil, Vishal, Varun, Ashish have qualified as they have taken time within 2 minutes. Shweta took 57 seconds, so she is not qualified. Deepak took around 4 minutes, so he is also not qualified. And Karan took less than 1 minute, so he also is not qualified. So apart from 3, all other table topic are qualified. Varun is qualified. Shweta, Deepak, and Karan are not qualified. Thank you.
Thank you. So good morning, everybody. This is the general evaluation section. In Toastmaster, we are concerned with improvement, and you improve when you get feedback. This section helps you get feedback on what other speeches you have given. So for this section, I am the general evaluator and I'll not be doing it alone. I have an entire team to help me out. To begin with, we will start with evaluation of the prepared speech. The first speech was given by Toastmaster Kalpesh and he was evaluated by Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishal, could you please be on the stage and evaluate Toastmaster Kalpesh?
Yes, sure, Toastmaster Sanchita. So, what is the time duration for this evaluation?
Evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, timer, you can start the time. Toastmaster Kalpesh, you did a fantastic job of means explaining us what are the importance of the communication style in our life. You started with the quote of the leadership, and you explained that why the communication style is important in our life. So you said the perfect context of the speech. Then you explain all the different 4 types of the communication skills with the examples. And it was very crystal and clear. We easily understand what exactly you are trying to, convey us. So here also the good job. You use very interesting questions of the honeymoon and also, that also this young generation, immediately get the attentions of this entire speech. Also, you explain also that in that particular situations, what would be your communication style? With the example, you also mentioned that why that particular communication style is, it is good or better with the example. So overall, that in this particular entire speech, you explain the 4 different communication, as well as you also mentioned in that particular situation what would be your communication style. So it is completely matching with your pathway and your subject. So good job over here. Now every coin has a flip side. So here, yes, there is some improvement is also there. I would say it's a recommendations. So in your speech, you have spent a lot of time in these 4 different types of communication. So I would expect, or it would have been better if you could spend more time in your communication style rather than all different 4 communication style. So that is one my observation as improvements, because this is what we need to hear from you, that after all these 4, what is your communication style and what would be the impact in your personal and professional life if you adopt that particular communication style. So other than that, apart from that, your facial expression, your hand movement was absolutely superb. Means you look very confident in entire communications. And and one thing also that you became a Gyaneshwar and that become Kalpesh, and that chit chat was also very interesting. So overall, well crafted speech for communication, you explained very well. And you left us with a positive message. What would be the that communication style we need to adapt depends on the situation. So excellent job. So looking forward to more and more speech from you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. Now we are going to launch the topics, and the qualified speakers are the ones which have tick marks. That is Tarun, Prati, Nikhil, Vishal, Varun, Ashish. These are the qualified speakers. You can raise your votes, and we have given the chits. So those who want to write in here, they can just write and give the. TM Mansoor will be coming to collect it. TM Mansoor, yes. Okay. We've launched the online course also, so please select your candidate. Should we continue, essay? Yes. Thank you. The next speaker for today was Toastmaster Mansoor, and he would be evaluated by Toastmaster Gitanjali. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Gitanjali with a loud round of applause.
Thank you, Ji. Again, good morning to each one of you. Toastmaster Mansoor, my heartfelt congratulations to you for presenting such well-written, well-organized, and well-presented speech. Your speech titled The Matchbox really created eagerness among all of us. We felt what you would narrate about a simple matchbox, but you amazed us by presenting such wonderful speech. on Matchbox. The whole narration revolves around the Matchbox. It was, your speech contains opening, body, and conclusion. And all the three parts of your speech were very well connected with each other. Your presentation remind all of us about our college days. You talked about your chemistry classes, about your friends. They played mischief with the matchbox. Rajesh sir, how he became angry on all of you, all three friends, and how he made you, three of you, out from the class. Really, it is very wonderful to listen such presentation. There were many takeaways were there in your speech. Now about the feedback from the last evaluation. There was that you have not used the time properly. But in this speech, you have totally used your time. And you have not restricted, you have not given many stories, many scenarios. You have restricted yourself with only one story. And according to the grammatical aspect also, you are quite firm regarding your speech. So according to me, you have applied all the three feedbacks which were given by your previous evaluator. Your eye contact, facial gesture, and body language were according to the need of your speech. But as an evaluator of your speech, I have to give some positive feedbacks to you. I have one request to you. Do a little more practice to give to present your speech flawlessly. In your speech, there were many plays, there were many instances where you could have shown your acting skills. Where you are talking, your sir is scolding you. You could have enacted it in a little funny manner to get more laugh and enjoyment to the audience, because your part relates with engaging humor. But I think you are one of the good speakers of this club. Just keep in mind my points, and I believe one day you will shine like a star. With this, thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Our third speaker was Toastmaster Krati, and she would be evaluated by me. So welcome, everybody. Good morning again. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, what do you think is the best way to touch the hearts of your audience and get them moving according to your speech? In my opinion, it is to share a personal story. And that is what Toastmaster Krati has done. She has taken up the story of a very common subject, that is planning. How we all plan. We all have readiness about our plan. But the moment we make it, tomorrow morning I get up sharp at 6 o'clock. But it never happens. She nicely narrated her story, how she used different plans and how there were glitches in each plan. And ultimately, she ended up being depressed. But again, she went back to her coaches. And there she came to know she's not the only one. We all make plans and we all mess them up. But the thing is, how many people come up? That is where motivation comes up. She told how she reorganized her plan. She did not give up, but she kept on reorganizing it so that she can ultimately meet her goals. She took suggestions from different people and then she created a new plan when she's struggling and she's working on it to meet her goals. You all can see she's working as a Toastmaster, she's doing dual roles, and in addition to all this, she's working on her plans. Each speech can be improved. And in this aspect, I have few suggestions. These suggestions won't have mattered much if this were an online meeting, but this is a hybrid meeting where she's standing on a live stage. When you are on a live stage and you take up different plans, first thing in the news is your fingers. You can make, I had plan 1 and then you start picking on it. Then you say, that didn't work, so I went to plan B. Plan 2, again it starts work. You can utilize the stage, we have nice speech. So when you go to the narration part, come on one side, and then when you go to implementation side, come on the other. Finally, when you are summarizing, stand in the middle. The previous speech, you were given feedback of clutching your fingers and not using hand gestures. This time, you did a very good job of overcoming it. Secondly, you maintain nice eye contact. That was brilliant. It is very important in a live meeting to maintain eye contact with your audience. The more you maintain eye contact, the more the audience are wired with you throughout your speech. To summarize, very good speech, very nice topic, very nice delivery, good eye contact, only work on the suggestions and it will be a brilliant speech. With this, I'd like to hand over to the G. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita. Now, we come to the tackling evaluation. So first, we would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Tarun, to give the report on the 3 evaluations. Please join your hands.
Thank you. So all the evaluators finished their evaluation within time. Gitanjali ma'am was all the 3 have qualified.
Thank you. Next, we have the AHA counter, Toastmaster Keshav. We'll do the voting first? Okay. If we can launch the voting for the 3 evaluators. And everyone has sheets. So you can write down the best evaluator. All are qualified. So you can give, and for people who are joined digitally, we have launched the online poll also. Toastmaster Mansoor would be coming over to collect the votes. Should we proceed, SA? Thank you. So the next person is the AHA counter, Toastmaster Keshav. Please join your hands to welcome him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita, and good morning, everyone again. So the counter is guest Harshit used to say 2 times guest Ashish more than 5 times PM Tarun used 3 times. Toastmaster Kalpesh repeated 2 words and said 2 times and Toastmaster Mansoor more than 5 times. Toastmaster Krati was flawless. Toastmaster Nikhil used 4 times and everyone else was also.
And now we have the grammarian report. For that, we have Pooja, who is connected online. Pooja, please join and give us the grammarian report.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much, TM Sanchita. Okay, it was my bad that I was not able to note the usage due to some internet connection error. But I think word of the day and phrase of the day is not used by any of us. I use the word and the phrase of the day that is more easy to use in the speeches. Improper grammatical usage suggestions for improvement are like for TM Mansoor, there is for grammatical usages. Can I begin? It should be can I start? Now begin and start are same, but as begin is an irregular verb. Secondly, we started talking. You said we started talking. Instead, you can use we had a conversation among us. Third is a suggestion for you, TM Mansoor. You might have used phrase of the day in your speech while you join your friend to get out of the class. Second, for TM Krati, there is a suggestion. You might have used the phrase of the day for achieving your goals. I work about to work towards my goals. suggestion. There is one more suggestion for TM Vishal. Although you were conveying the message to audience, you can avoid overusage of words. Say no, like responding again and again. Guest Vishal, usage. You use mundane. It's not mundane. The proper pronunciation is mundane. That but leadership is a very and complicated. It was wonderful. He used respect, which wonderfully conveyed for reviewing our own experience. I was really astonished, TM Mansoor. You used simile by comparing your chemistry with the lemon prices. Thank you, and over to you, TM Sanchita.
Thank you, TM. Now we come to the GE report. This was the first hybrid meeting. I did not know how things would be handled, but TM Krati and TM Mansoor were all ready to handle things, and TM Kalpesh. Next time, if you are doing a project on leadership style, you can consult them how to conduct a hybrid meeting, and you can write an entire project on that. We began a little late, but then that is acceptable. This was first hybrid meeting. TM Gitanjali, congratulations for coming on board at last minute and taking up the TMOD role. You nicely took up the role and you introduced a good subject, that is praise. And we are doing that right because I'm going to praise everyone, beginning from TM Mansoor, who nicely welcomed all the guests and took up the president's role in spite of having a speech of his own and the hybrid meeting to handle. Then the tag team came up. They are the TM Tarun and TM Keshav. This is your first live meeting, and I really appreciate the way that you people came forward and took up the details of your role. TM Kalpesh, special appreciation to you. In spite of having your speech, you are so much involved into the SA role that even the boards have the title card flags in that, which we could reuse again. TM Pooja, very nice word and very good phrase of the day. It's sad that nobody used it once. And then we had the speeches. TM Kalpesh, I have just one suggestion. In the live stage, you can use the rule of three. When you introduce the first motivational speaker, you say, what are the three leadership styles? The rule of three is you look at one side, say one style, then you look at center, say second style, and then you look at the third side and say the third style. So this is the rule of three which you can use in your live speeches. Then there was Toastmaster Mansoor, who nicely explained the problem in chemistry lab. Here again, you can use a live stage very nicely where you can talk about bench where you people were sitting, and then class at one side, and then your summary at the end. Then TM Krati, congratulations for all the double role, and I'm seeing you're constantly moving. I must see what is the step count in your watch today. TM Dhaneshwar, again, congratulations for coming up at the last moment for the role of TTM, and there are very nice subjects. You helped other new speakers also to speak. Just one suggestion for you: when you come for the TTM role, recite the entire process of TTM role, because the guests may not know that what is the time limit and how long they have to speak. Just explain it to them. Overall, it was a very good meeting. We had very nice stuff, and it was a meeting of all double roles: SA and speaker, president and speaker, and VP and speaker. We had lots of double roles, EMOD and evaluation. So it was fun. And yes, we have created a record of double roles in this meeting. With this, I would like to hand over to EMOD.
Thank you, Dee. Yes. Now we can vote for tag team. TM Tarun as a timer, TM Keshav as a counter, and TM Pooja Agarwal as a grammarian. With this, we can also have this auxiliary. Yeah, role play. You will do, na? And the next, voting for best role player, that is Toastmaster Gitanjali, Toastmaster Dhyaneshwar, and Toastmaster Sanchita. Toastmaster Gitanjali as QMOD, that is best role player. Toastmaster Dhaneshwar as a table topic master and Toastmaster Sanchita as G. And for the auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Tarun, Toastmaster Keshav and Toastmaster Pooja. Just give me a few, afterwards I will just. Should I continue just little bit? Give me afterwards 2 papers for best role player. Once should I give the finishing touch to my theme? Okay. Praise is indeed a potent and restorative tool. It changes us for better by refocusing our affection, our priorities, and restoring our souls. Friends, never underestimate the power of praise. It is not only the master key to life, but one of the best antidotes of world AIDS. Thus, at the end, I want to say that if you want to lead a happy social life, just pour little praise on your partner, kids, friends, and colleagues. According to me, praise is the most effective non-violent weapon to lead a happy and wholesome life in this world. With this, I would like to hand over this meeting to our today's presiding officer, TM Mansur. Welcome, TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gitanjali. We really appreciate your last minute roles and all the role players who participated at the end moment. Now we will take some time for preparing the certificates and role players. We are done with the voting. Everyone has voted for best role player and evaluators. And thank you. So now, in the meantime, we will start with the guest feedback. So anyone would like to come up and give the feedback, how you found the meeting? So welcome guest Ashish for the feedback.
Thank you. So first of all, it was a really good setup of this hybrid meeting. It was wonderful to have here, and it was great to see new faces after such a long time, because I'm working from home, and since 2 years I haven't had a chance to go out and meet new people. So it was really a wonderful experience here, and listening to all great speakers here. So yeah, thank you.
Now, Toastmaster Varun, can you please come up on the stage and give us some feedback, and also improvement if you find any in your agenda for Toastmasters level.
I think most of us have been more or less impelled in the last 2 years. So what used to happen 2 years ago in a Toastmasters meeting cannot be the same as what is happening now. So to the credit of the work that has been done today, I completely understand that it must have been extremely tough to prepare for a hybrid meeting, because most of us are now accustomed to an online setting, and most of us feel comfortable in that as well, right? So when it comes to delivering a speech, or when it comes to stepping back on the stage, there is going to be a lot of hesitation. There is going to be a lot that is going on in your head. So I think it is more commendable that something like this has started to happen again. And the pace setting, because I'm not sure how this club used to operate 2 years ago. So the pace setting that you expect to happen over here, I hope you get to it soon. And I would be more than happy to be a part sooner or later. And from my previous experience in Ahmedabad Toastmasters and in Gandhinagar Toastmasters, I think some of you who have been Toastmasters for more than 2 years, they might have interacted with people from Ahmedabad Toastmasters. So over there, the experience was entirely different because there were a lot of people. At some point, we had a strength of 60 people, which is difficult to manage in itself in a single club. So that was an entirely different experience and time altogether. So with more people, not only do you get more ideas, you also get more challenges. So I cannot compare it to what is happening now. So I genuinely feel that this is a new thing in itself, and only as time progresses, things would just get better. So no comparisons from back then to now. And I think that you have all done a great job at setting this up, because this is not easy. Finding a location, thinking of how many people would attend, then setting up cameras. I could constantly see that the cameras were being moved here and there just to have the right angle. Then for the online people also to be able to interact, and for them also to connect with everyone. I think it's been very tough. So kudos to all of you who have been a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We would be glad to have you as a regular member. Now I would like to call guest Deepak for his feedback. Please welcome with a round of applause.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I am a colleague of Dr. Kalpesh and Dr. Naneshwar. We all work together. So it was Dr. Kalpesh's idea to invite me, and thanks for the invitation. Actually, I was looking for this kind of session for my wife Shweta. So I wanted her to interact and I would say mix with and improve her. I would say. But, conversation with others in English. That actually I was looking for, because she and myself both belong to. We started we had our education in Marathi language. So that is thinking in Marathi and speaking in English is always a challenge, and probably. I'm working in a multinational company, so probably it becomes easy for me. But I want her to be as good as me, like me, whenever she speaks and whenever she thinks in this forum. And I found that this forum is very good to interact, and the spontaneity or spontaneity of the speakers is really very good. Whenever there was a challenge given by Naneshwar, many of you are actually speaking very well for that subject. So I think this is a really good forum, and I will get the details from Kalpesh about this forum, and I would like to. I would say I would like my wife to join this forum very soon with all of you. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you so much. From you, we got to know that Toastmaster Kalpesh is also a PhD holder, and I was not knowing about it. So now we have some online guests with us. Thank you for staying up till the end. Guest Bhavesh, can you please turn on your video and audio and please give your feedback?
Yeah, hi Mansoor, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you and hear you clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been a part of this meeting second time as a guest, and shortly I am going to be a part of this club. The most important thing which I have encountered here is that which I have shared last time also, that everyone wants to improve from where they are. and that is the best part. And it is not only a communication that is being learned here, but it is about the good values that each and everyone who is sharing with us. So the important part which we are learning here is about the praise, about the positivity, and about the improvements in each and everyone. So very wonderful thing and very welcoming attitude of each one of you to welcome the guest and inviting people on the stage to even talk, even though they are not a part of club. So that is the best part of Toastmasters which I have seen, and shortly I am going to be a part of this club. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for valuable feedback. Now we have Dhruv Patel. Can you please turn on your video and audio? Yeah, please give us your valuable feedback.
Hello, everyone. For me, it was a very meaningful and very interactive session. Even I being a guest, I learned a lot today in these last 2 hours. It would have been much better if I had been physically present, but I surely be there next Sunday. I believe in learning, taking feedback, and improving, which is followed here. So surely I'll be joining you on next Sunday physically. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we are ready with the certificates. So we will start the certificate presentation. Can you please launch the certificates? Yeah. So first we will start with best prepared speaker or yeah. So the best supporting role player from the tag team is Toastmaster Tarun. For showing the timing cards. Yeah, we can call them, right? Yeah, please come on. Please give him a round. Now, the best role player of the day is Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Thank you so much.
Best table topic speaker of the day is Toastmaster Krati. Best evaluator of the day is Toastmaster Sanchita. And the best prepared speaker of the day is Toastmaster Krati. With this, I adjourn the meeting and we can stop the live stream.